Judge Top is ready to make his selection for intermediate champion. Judge?
Tell you what, this cow show is incredible. It does get a bit overwhelming at times, but outstanding quality. As you can see, me and Matt like great mammary systems, open rib cows, dairy, walk on, great set of feet and legs. And these 5 cows we have pulled out here for your intermediate champion, I think, exemplify that very well. I'll go out and I'll tap your intermediate champion, your reserve, and honorable mention in that order. But please, let's give these exhibitors and breeders one heck of a round of applause for bringing out outstanding quality. Three outstanding cows out here that we picked, but it's splitting hairs when it comes down to it. But for us today, this Junior 2, for us today, the least amount of faults. When it comes right down to it, just a cow, when you view her from the side on that right side, just blends a little bit neater on that forerunner attachment into the body wall. It's what takes her over your second or your first place Senior 2 for your reserve. For your honorable mention, when you get him in line, just a kind of cow, when you view her up, just blends a little neater on behind that shoulder, especially when she's standing in line. Keeps her rear legs under her just a little bit neater than the Junior 3 there for your honorable mention, but outstanding trio of cows. Let's give these exhibitors another nice round of applause.
Congratulations. Our intermediate champion in the Ayrshire Show is the winning Junior 2-year-old, Old Bankston J.C. Banner, exhibited by Glamour View Farm from Walkersville, Maryland. And the reserve is the Senior 2-year-old, Old and Lazy V. Melania E.T., exhibited by Blue Spruce Farm, Bridgeport, Vermont. And our honorable mention is the winning Junior 3-year-old, Old and Lazy Gentle Wipeout E.T., exhibited by Peter Vale and Mike and Linda Hillenbrand. Congratulations. We also want to recognize our sponsors for the Reserve Intermediate Champion Awards, presented by Tanguay Farm from Kelton Tanguay from Gorham, Maine. Reserve Champion Banners presented by Bovatech from Guelph, Ontario. And the Rosette is presented by Rivendell Farms from Bulger, Pennsylvania. Next in the ring in the Ayrshire Show will be the 4-year-olds. And our first place award is presented by Country Folks Farm Newspaper in Palatine Bridge, New York. The production award is presented by Prairie Farms Dairy in Edwardsville, Illinois. The Best Udder Rosette is presented by the Cattle Connection from Amory, Wisconsin. And the Junior Award is presented by Glenmar Dale Farms, Mark and Becky Brown from Fenimore, Wisconsin.
If you turn your attention to the International Junior Holstein Show ring, Our judges completed his placings in our 4-year-old cow class. Winning our Junior Bred and Owned Award is entry number 272, Lars Akers GW Atwood Landy, exhibited by Brooke Dane and Luke Trustum of Evansville, Wisconsin. Placing third in the class is entry number 261, Miljean Just a Game, exhibited by Ariona Tianda and Trayton Hillebrandt of Hustisford, Wisconsin. Second in the class is entry number 265, Stunning Corvette Google, exhibited by Kayla Kring of Norwalk, Ohio. And winning the class and also named Best Udder is entry number 266, Seamers Pure Kiana, exhibited by Jake Connor and Lauren Seamers of Newton, Wisconsin. Congratulations. Eddie, your comments on the class.
Thank you, and what an incredible class of 4-year-olds here for a junior show. When you look back here from the rear angle, just tremendous rear udders from top to bottom. A great group. It was a big group of cows, and we were really excited to be able to evaluate them. But we felt for us today, this first cow quite handily come to the top of the class just on her mammary system. She has an impeccable udder. It's an incredible venation and quality to her udder. She has perfect teat size and shape and placement on the mammary system. And when you get around back of her, she has so much quality to that rear udder, so much seam all the way from the bottom right to the top of that udder. And she has that advantage in the quality to the rear udder today. She has a little more seam, a little less dough in the rear udder than the beautiful dairy frame cow come along in second. But Brandon and I both just love the dairiness, the openness to the frame on the second place cow. She's long as a train, is beautiful, silky, long black neck, just a beautiful cow in her own right. And she followed the pattern of that first place cow. She has an advantage over the third place cow just in that length of frame. She's so much longer from nose to tail, longer through that midsection to her. And she also has a little tighter fore-udder attachment today than the really great uddered cow come along here in third. Third or over fourth, it's a really close placing for us. Two very similar cows, great uddered cows, not quite as much style as the ones above her. But the third place cow just has a slight advantage. You get around back, she has a little more quality to that rear udder, a little more venation to it, a little more seam all the way to the top, a little height and width at the top of the rear udder today. And then she go over into this taint cow come along in fifth, a cow that we didn't pull very high right away. But once we get her in line, you've got to admire the mammary system on this cow. She has a beautiful rear udder, beautiful fore udder attachment, and that's what made her deserve the fifth spot. But a beautiful class from top to bottom.